Then coming to question number 1. Now the first 5 comes under which category? And boxes. 9 boxes were there. First or the second priority? Second priority. Or this must be done as the last in the first priority. My paper starting boxes isn't it? Possible this will be more. The entire paper will be vanished. Then hence you need to take this one at the last priority or second priority, or if you are that much confident, last in the first priority. Then now let us take for example how many questions were there? 5. And next question number 6 to 9, 6 to 10 if you are there here. Now what are the questions in 6 to 9? Now 6 to 9 I am talking about. Now these 4 inequalities and word formation. Now tell me, when compare these 5 questions and those 4 questions, which carries less amount of time? 6 to 9. Obviously 6 to 9. Hence you need to pay concentration on this one rather than. That is the reason why you are shifting this one to the second priority. Okay? 9 boxes were there. 3 boxes between S and X. How many are in between S and X? 3 boxes. Now your C is here. 1, 2, 3. X is here. Or X is here. And 3 boxes between S and X. X which is placed either at the top or the bottom. And X is placed at the top or the bottom. Now the definition, and hence let us give the numbering. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now in the first case we have taken X at the bottom, and in the second case we have X at the top. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Now why are we giving the number here? Earlier we haven't given the numbering. Ikkada number ichcham cheppandi, because X position is already finalized. Top or bottom. The next one, and either top or the bottom, Q is immediately above S. Now Q is immediately above S. Here Q is immediately above S. And next one, P is placed at one of the positions above S. Now P is placed at one of the positions above S. Now P is above this S. Then next one, 2 boxes are in between Q and V. Now in between Q and V, how many boxes are there? Exactly 2 boxes. Now in this case, 2 boxes between Q and V, there are 2 different possibilities. In this case, we have 2 different possibilities for this wing. Here we have only one possibility. Then what we need to do? One exchange after. As only one possibility, we need to focus on this one. Now if it has been done, and at least you can able to save 1 or 2 minutes in this, isn't it? Then W does not place immediate to X, and W is not adjacent to X, W cannot be here. And only one box in between T and Q. Now in between T and Q, there must be exactly one box. C can be here, T can be here. And as many boxes between S and V as V and R. S and V, how many are there? 1. That means V must be in between S and R. R must be at this place. And W is above to T. As W is above to T, we cannot have T at this place. Hence where should this T is here. Now where should this W? And W cannot be at this place. W is at the 7th place. Then we are left with 2 more. What are those 2? P and S. Now P is above this S. Hence P is here. And which is left over? And U must be. Then, now this is about question numbers 1 to 5. Then next one, and question number 6 onwards, as 6 to 8. The 6 to 8. And definitely under the first priority, and though it consumes some time, because now some symbols were given. Percentage stands for equal to. At the rate of stands for not greater than means lesser than or equal. And this power stands for not smaller than means greater than or equal. And a hash stands for and neither greater nor equal, and it is lesser than. And dollar stands for and neither smaller nor equal, it is greater than. Then these are the 5 symbols we have. And starting with what? And P. And P power, P greater than or equals to D. Percentage means W. Hash means and W lesser than T. At the rate of is lesser than or equals to H. And the next one, N at the rate of N lesser than or equals to K. And percentage T. And power stands for what? And greater than or equals to R. And dollar stands for greater than. The next one, D hash K. D is lesser than K. And N at the lesser than or equal. D and K, now D is here, K is here. Which element is common? Now T is common. D lesser than T and K equals to T. And K equals to T in the place of T, I can write it as K. And D lesser than K, definitely to the first one. Then what is the second one we have? And N lesser than or equals to H. H is here, N is here. Which is common? T is common. And N to H, N lesser than or equals to T, T lesser than or equals to H, N lesser than or equals to H, both 1 and 2 choice. Both choice 3, question number 6. Then 7th one. Now in this 7, V power. And power stands for V greater than or equals to S. And S equals to R greater than H. And H at the rate of, and H lesser than or equals to U. And next one, B at the rate of B lesser than or equals to G. And percentage is equals to M. And power stands for greater than or equals to S. And dollar stands for greater than. Then M hash. Hash means lesser than, and power stands for greater than or equal. M and H. H is here, M is here. Which element is common? S is common. Hence S greater than H and M to S. M greater than or equals to S. M greater than or equals to S means M greater than H is true. Lesser than H is false. And next one, G and H. Now G and H, G is here, H is here. And which element is common? Yes. G to S, S to H, G greater than H equal to H is false. Hence neither one nor two, choice 3, question number 7. Then 8th one. Now in this question number 8, Y hash. Hash stands for Y lesser than C and C at the rate of lesser than or equals to W equals to N and N greater than or equals to T, and in the second Q greater than or equals to P, and P percentage means P equals to D, and at the rate of means lesser than or equals to C, and a hash stands for lesser than H. Then in this N greater than or equals to P. Now N and P. N is here, P is here. Which element is common? C is common. That is C lesser than or equals to N. P lesser than or equals to C means, and P lesser than or equals to C. P lesser than or equals to N means N greater than or equals to P, definitely the first one. And second, H and W. Dollar stands for H greater than W. And where is H? H is here, W is here. And which element is common? C is common. Now C to N. Now C to H we need to find out, right? Now C is here and H is here. And which element is common? Now C, my H, ఏదైనా common ఉందా ఇందులో? Now C is common. Now we need to find out from H to W. And H to W, now C lesser than or equals to W, and at the same time C to H, C lesser than means H greater than. Hence two opposite symbols, no relation. And so only one, choice 3, question number 8. The 9th one, word formation. Now 2, 4, 6, 10. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And what are the letters we have? C-O-R-I. Tell me what is the word that can be formed? Choir. C-O-I-R, choir is the word that can be formed. And what do you remember is choir? And choir is nothing but that is output of these threads, isn't it? Now coconut choir, and with that choir, these mats will be formed. అవునా కదా మనకి ఇళ్ళలో కాళ్ళు దగ్గర వేసుకుంటారు కదా, that mat is formed with choir. That's what we mean by choir. Now in this choir, then the second letter of the word from as your answer. Second letter O. O, that is choice from question number 9. The next one 10 onwards. Now in this 10 onwards, now how many persons are there? 7 persons. And sitting in a cyclone facing north. And each one of them and purchases different brands. And 7 persons, 7 different brands. All the persons are towards north. Now first or the second priority? Now first or the second priority? First priority, because we already left one set for the second priority. If that has been done, this can be kept for the second priority. Okay. Then N sits at one of the extreme ends of the line. How many possibilities we have for this? and 2. N can be left extreme, N can be at the right extreme. And only two persons between N and O. In between N and O, there are 2. O who sits to the left of the one who purchases arrow. And O is to the immediate left of the one who purchases arrow. And Q purchases what? And Q wrangler. And as many persons between sitting to the right of M to the left of arrow. Now to the left of arrow here how many are there? 4. And to the right hand side of M we need to have 4. Now here to the left of arrow and to the right of M, M must be at the third place. Isn't it? And N does not purchase zodiac. Now N zodiac is ruled out. N zodiac is ruled out. Then next one. And the one who purchases spiker sits out to the left of S. And spiker is out to the left of S. S who does not sit at the extreme end. S cannot be at the extreme end and spiker sits out to the left of S. Then what are the different possibilities? And we can have S at this place or S at this place. There are two possibilities. Now here again, now S, we can have S here or S here, two possibilities. And spiker, S who does not. The one zodiac sits to the immediate left of the one spiker. And zodiac is to the immediate left of the one spiker. Zodiac is, isn't it? And zodiac, N is not zodiac. Isn't it? If you take S here, then 1, 2 spiker is here and zodiac is here. But as N is not zodiac, hence which implies that S cannot be here. Now, hence where should this S be? Now S must be taken from the right hand. Now if S is here, now the person who likes spiker is M and zodiac is immediately next to this. And again coming back to this one, now if you take S at this place, S is here, then this person must be spiker and this is what? Zodiac, or F is here, spiker and zodiac, two possibilities. Now in the second case we have two possibilities for spiker and zodiac, and in the first one we have only one. Entirely. And we need to stick to the first one now. And only one person between Q and P. One person between Q and P means they must be in the alternate places. Now QRP and PRQ. Then, and neither S nor N purchases rich look. S and N, rich look is ruled out. S and N, rich look is ruled out. More than one person sits between rich look and Van Eusen. And between rich look and Van Eusen, there must be more than one. Then tell me what are the different possibilities to have. Q is wrangler. As Q is wrangler, Q cannot be here, P is here, then Q will be here. Now Q is what? Q is wrangler. And if Q is wrangler, then now only one person between Q and P. Then who is the person left over? R is the person left over. And more than one person between the one rich look and now we have one information regarding this rich look. Now one person between neither S nor N is rich look. S and N rich look is ruled out. O is rich look. And there is at least one person. And more than one person between rich look and Van Eusen. And more than one person, N must be Van Eusen. Now if Van, then what is the other thing left over here? Raymond's. Now this S purchases Raymond. Then, now this is the final arrangement here. Now if you observe here, in all these days whatever the pattern we are following. What is the pattern we are following? While writing the possibility. Now for any possibility, if you are getting the second possibility, as this one, isn't it? We are leaving this one and we are sticking to the possibility where we are getting only one. Most of the cases we are getting that one as the right one. That is the reason we are asking you people to skip to the possibility, multiple possibilities. In the same paper, in the previous paper, అక్కడ కూడా two possibilities ఒకసారి ఆన్సర్ వచ్చింది, ఇక్కడ కూడా ఆన్సర్. దెన్ కానీ ఆన్సర్ ఎక్కువ వచ్చే ఛాన్సెస్ ఎక్కువ ఉన్నాయి, అందుకే దాన్ని ఫిక్స్ అవ్వండి అని చెప్తుంది. దెన్ అండ్ ఓన్లీ బై సాల్వింగ్ n number of problems we have come to that conclusion, isn't it? Now if your time is so bad we cannot do, then this will happen. Then or else in general this will always false this. Okay ma? మీ దరిద్రం అలా ఉంటే ఇంకేం చేయడం, ఇదే వస్తుంది. దీంట్లో సెకండ్ పాసిబిలిటీ ఎక్కడ వస్తుంది, 3 cases చూడాలి. Done. And this is about question numbers 10 to 14. Done with this 14 and next one 15 onward. Now in this 15, it is based on family tree. Now blood relations first or the second priority, and definitely under the first priority. Then 9 persons were there, and 3 generations and 3 married couples. Now 3 married couples means how many persons got married? And 6 persons got married. And G is the sister-in-law of H. H is the daughter of B. And G is the sister-in-law of H. Now this H is the daughter of whom? H is the daughter of B. Maybe H's brother's wife, that is G, that is one possibility I am talking about, isn't it? Another possibility can be H's spouses and H's brother's wife and H's spouse's sister. And second one is spouse's sister. Then that will be D is the sibling of J, and D and I are siblings to each other. J is the mother-in-law of A. Now this J is the mother-in-law of A. That means A's spouse's mother is J. And she has only 2 children. Now this C has only 2 children, and she is the spouse of J. Now she is the spouse of J. Now she has only 2 children. There is one more, isn't it? And she has only 2 children, and A has only 1 daughter. Now this A is having how many daughters? 1 daughter. A has only 1 daughter. E is the brother of G. Now this E is the brother of G. There is E who is the brother of G as well. E is the brother of G, and I is the granddaughter of C. And I is the granddaughter of C. And can you write I at this place or not? If I is here, D will be here. As of now, we have two couples. And A is the father of D. Now this A is the father of D, isn't it? Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 persons were done. Now which 2 persons are siblings here? And D and I are siblings, isn't it? As D and I are siblings, now we have left with this information. What is that information here? And B, H. Now where can you have these persons? Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 persons were there. Now we need to arrange. Now this B must be married to whom? Now B and any other information we have regarding this? Now G is the sibling, E is the brother of G. As E is the brother of G, now E is the brother of G unknown. As E is the brother of G is here, then E is the brother of G. E is the brother of G. Then in this case, what happens here? G is the sister-in-law of H. Now E is the brother of G. Now E is the brother of G. Now G and E like this. Now if you write like this, G is the brother of E, then H must be. Then G is the sister-in-law of H. Now this G is the sister-in-law of whom? G is the sister-in-law of H. H is the daughter of B, and D is the sibling of I. D and I are left over here. Then at the same time, J is having, and D is the sibling of I. J is the mother-in-law of A. As J is the mother-in-law of A, J is the mother-in-law of A Raval. And J and C are married couple. As J and C are married couple, can you write J and C like this or not? And J and C. J is the mother-in-law of whom? A. And C and G are married couple, A is ML. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now out of which, and D and I are siblings to each other. As D and I are siblings to each other, and both these 2 persons are the children of this D and I. Then who is the person left over? Now 3 couples were there. Now A, B, C, D. Count చేయండి. A, B, F. F must be. సరిపోయిందా? Then now this is about 15 to 17. And you should always take 2 possibilities for brother-in-law or sister-in-law. Now in the first case we have taken spouse's sister. Not valid. Why? Because now we have one more information. G is the sister of A is the brother. From there we have started. Okay? మా ఎప్పుడు మీరు సిస్టర్ ఇన్ లా బ్రదర్ ఇన్ లా దాంతో స్టార్టింగ్ అది పెట్టుకోకండి. Write down this one, then try to adjust. Then 15 to 17. Then 18 onwards. Now 18 onwards. What is the information we have? And square table. Now square table definitely under the first priority. And when compared with circular arrangement, square is the first priority. Done. Because in square arrangement, unlike your circle, every alternate person facing in the same direction. But is in the circle, we cannot ensure that one. Hence, square must be the first priority even when compared with the circle. Done. And now 4 persons sitting at the corners of the table. And corners, they are away from the center. And middles are towards the center. Corners are away from the center and middle are towards the center. Then E sits at one of the corners of the table, isn't it? We can fix this E at any one of these 4 existing corners. All those are one and the same, isn't it? And only one person between E and C. One person between E and C, how many possibilities? 2 possibilities. Whether C can be left hand side or to the right hand side. Now there is a second possibility, hence we are writing the second possibility here. Then in this case, now the persons who are at the corners are away from the center and the centers are facing towards the center. Then, now here E at this place, now C is here. And F sits to the immediate right of C. F is to the immediate right of C, F is to the immediate right. And A sits second to the left of H. That means A and H must be in the alternate places. A and H alternate places. Then neither A nor H sits adjacent to E. A and H cannot be here. And next one, neither A nor H sits adjacent to E. Now in this case, A or H. And A sits second to the left of H. H is here, A is. Must and A and H. Now in this case, we have n number of possibilities for this A and H. Then as many persons between F and A. From the right of A and F are from the right of A, right? From the right of A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 persons. Is same as D and B. And D and B to the left hand side. That means A and F are adjacent. D and B must be adjacent. Is it possible? And this case is ruled out. Hence we have left with the next case. And in the next case, then A and H, neither A nor H, as many persons between A and F from the right of A. Now A and F, can you take A at this place? From the right of F. From the right of A, how many persons? Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And again we need to have 5 persons in between D and B. That means D and B must be in the alternate places. Because A and F alternate, D and B must be alternate. Now D and B alternate, D is here, B is here, isn't it? D and B. Then if D and B were like this, and A and H cannot be here, H must be here. Now if H is here, who is the person left over? Now G is the person. G. And as many persons between F and A, when counted from the right of A, how many persons are there? 5. Same as D and B from the left of B. Left of B, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Same. Then, hence this is the final arrangement we have with this. Question number 18 to 21. Done.